Hey guys, welcome back. I know that I have been totally MIA for about 6 weeks now. And I've gotten so many messages and comments, sweet people, hoping everything's okay and wondering what's going on and where I've been. I can take this off actually. I'm actually parked. I'm sitting outside because AJ's actually asleep. So I'm letting him nap, so I figured I would hop on here. There's been a lot going on and a lot of stuff that was up and down and we didn't know about. It's been a long process, and I guess I didn't want to make an update until I knew for sure what was happening, and then 2, I just feel like for myself I needed to take some time, because pregnancy is never easy and there can always be complications, and there's reasons why a lot of people wait till a certain point in time to share their pregnancy. I decided to share my information with you guys, and that means the good and the bad. People walk by and just stare at me. I'm gonna try to, not get emotional here. I definitely do want to update you guys though. Long story short, we did lose the baby at 11 weeks 4 days, I believe. 11 weeks 4 days. We didn't find out everything at the doctor's. I mean, last Wednesday, I started spotting pretty heavily. Nothing brown, nothing pink, it was bright red. So, of course, that was a big flag for me. I kind of knew something was up then. Immediately called my doctor, and they got me in for Friday morning to go in and see her and get an ultrasound and all that. And we did that. We went in and found out that we had indeed not passed the baby yet, but the baby was no longer viable, I guess. At that point, my doctor had gone through our options and had discussed that probably our best bet was either the medicine or a D&E, which is pretty similar to a D&C, except being so young, my doctor preferred the D&E because there was no scraping. With the D&C, they do scrape your cervix to clean everything out, but there's always a chance of them puncturing a hole, so that's why she decided she didn't want to do that. She'd rather do the D&E. And because the baby was not passing on its own already, she preferred the D&E over the medicine. So we had actually scheduled that for the following Wednesday. So it was just a waiting game. But I still went to work. I ended up going to work on Saturday and went through my whole shift on Saturday. Had no problems. Obviously was still bleeding, but we knew that was to be expected. Until the very end of my shift, about 10:30ish. The bleeding got very, very heavy. Very clotty, which I knew clots were gonna pass. But very heavy, and then the red flag raised when I think in an hour I had gone through over like 7 pads. I was soaking through literally towels. I couldn't stand up in my work bathroom without it just all pouring out, and I instantly was getting lightheaded. super pale. Luckily, I work with some really great friends, and I'm so thankful for them. They stood there with me in the bathroom stall until Brandon could actually pull the car up, and he pulled the car up, and I walked out, and we rushed to the ER. I called my doctor on the way, and she said that was exactly what she wanted me to do, and that she was there waiting for me whenever I got there. Of course, like the ER is, they don't always think about things fully, and we went to the ER, and they actually had me sitting there in a wheelchair for about an hour before taking me back. My doctor was actually really mad about that when she heard about that. Long story short, I was there for a couple hours. She came in and did an exam to see everything, and did say that the baby was not passing. Opted to do the D&E that night. Well, technically morning. So she called in the anesthesiologist and the OR team because it was the middle of the night, so they weren't there, so she had to call them in. And about 3 a.m., I think that's the last time I saw, was 3:03 when they were wheeling me into the OR. I don't remember anything after that. I don't remember waking up that night. I remember waking up in the morning. My doctor said everything went well. I had a follow-up appointment in 2 weeks with her. And that was pretty much it. We went home. I rested. Obviously, I do have AJ, so Brandon helped me a lot, but he is very much a mama's boy, so it's kind of hard. And that's pretty much it. That was 3 a.m. technically Sunday morning, and I'm filming this on Thursday morning. So the bleeding has pretty much stopped. I have a little cramping here and there, but not much. It's been, more of an emotional recovery than physical, and emotional and mental. And it's not an easy thing to go through. And I honestly wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. But regardless of losing the baby or it lasting through and having the actual baby in our arms, that was still our baby. Sorry, I really didn't want to get emotional, but it's still so fresh. I mean, I look at it as I was more than a quarter of the way done. Our families know, we did tell them. And everybody's just really supportive, which is all we need right now. We just need the support. It's not the end. We will move on from it. Never forget it, but you will move on from it, and we will try again. There's no set in stone plan, but it's not gonna hold me back for the rest of my life, and that's one thing that I hold very strong to. We did actually, me and Brandon, for ourselves, we did go get tattoos last night, just in remembrance of this baby. Brandon got 2 little baby feet with wings and a halo, and pink and blue in the wings. I'll insert pictures of them. And then let's show you guys real quick. I got mine on my side. And then it says I carry your heart with me, I carry it in my heart, in a sense of I'll never remember, and that baby will always be with us. And we'll never forget it. That will always be a baby to us. And, you know, anybody else that has ever gone through it and been through it, I am so sorry. And it's true when they say you never think it's gonna happen to you until it does. Especially when I have one perfectly healthy baby boy. It just happens. So that's pretty much the whole update. Obviously when I have my 2-week update with my doctor, I will let you guys know how that goes and, you know, what I talked to her about. But just time. I'm sorry that I've been MIA. It's not something that I fully wanted to do, but something I feel like I needed to do. I just needed to get my head together and be able to, you know, cope with it. And it sucks, but like I said, life goes on. If you guys have any questions or anything about anything, and if I'm able to answer them, I will. But thank you for all, you know, everybody reaching out, hoping that everything's okay. I will be. And I will not be MIA anymore. I am back. I took the time I needed. And we will be having fun while he is waking up. So I'm gonna get him inside in bed. But thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys very soon. Give it a like, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't, and join this crazy family. I'll talk to you guys next time. Thank you. Bye. Hi, Touche. Did you have a good nap? You're thirsty. Did you have a good nap?